up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and welcome to issue 20 of Build the legendary cyborg RoboCop from the wonderful folks over at Fanhome. Now, if you would like to grab your very own RoboCop and start your building journey, click this link all the way along here. Bink. Head over to the Fanhome website, click the subscribe button, and you too can join me on this wonderful 1/3 scale Partwork build. It's approximately 2 foot tall, folks. So what have we got in this issue of the magazine? Prosthetics and makeup, creating the characters. One of the main constraints faced by the production of RoboCop was the need to stick to its tight budget. For this reason, the creative team opted to use contemporary styling in the film. Far from the futuristic looks so characteristic of the sci-fi movies of the time, the near-future feel of the film ended up being an important element in the story. I actually think it made it a bit more real and a bit more relevant. Because like I say, a lot of these films jump straight into the future so far ahead that you can't compute it. Whereas if you see things around you that are familiar, it kind of just blends it in a bit, doesn't it? It says Peter Weller here underwent endless makeup sessions to transform him into RoboCop. Imagine that was quite difficult, especially when he did the mask off scenes, yeah. The characterisation of Agent Lewis, played by Nancy Allen, avoided sexualisation of the character. Yeah, they treated, for a change in the movie, they treated the women with respect and as equals, and I think this was one of the pioneering films that did that. It's like, so they should be as well. You know, that's, you know, be honest, you know, treat everyone the same. That's what it's all about. And I think this film was a pioneer of its time. It also says RoboCop's armour suffers damage throughout the film. Yes, that would be interesting. Be interesting to see whether or not they release any additional panels to go on that may or may not have the battle damage. It says here it was also the era of silicone. A lot of the films saw latex and things like that used for the first time because makeup really become a key thing. I mean, I can look back to films like American Werewolf in London, the transition between the man and the werewolf, things like that. Beetlejuice is another good one. The Hellraiser movies, etc. So yeah, you saw a lot of animatronics and things like that creeping in. This is your step-by-step assembly, and we're going to be doing the lower left leg part 2. So we've got all of the covers and things going on, and look at that. That is beautiful, isn't it? That's what we're in for today, folks. Look at that. Wow, isn't it? So we got them bits. We got EP screws, AM screws, and EM screws as well to go. And this shows you whereabouts today's section of building is going on your RoboCop. We'll be needing the assembly we did in the last issue, which is that lot. So have that to hand, folks, because we're adding parts to it now. And then that will be then getting fitted inside the leg. So it's, mate, we're going to end up with a bit of a left leg going on. So it's got all the knee joint going in there. All the armour plating, the push rods, the foot's getting attached. So it's quite a big episode today, and we'll be getting to this stage with the leg. Anything in purple is yet to be completed. So yeah, we're going to have a large section done today. So yeah, it's beginning to take shape. Work or servitude, a new workforce. This is that quest that humans have had to have a fully robotic workforce, and it's all well and good, but what's going to happen to the workforce? What are they going to do for money? So it's a dilemma, isn't it? But yeah, we do seem to have this fascination with androids and stuff, so it's certainly going to be interesting to see the direction it goes in. Bioplastics, a hope for a cleaner world. This is the search for different plastics that become biodegradable. You've got PLA now that's used in 3D printing, which is made from corn syrup. They're basically polyatic acids. So yeah, it's interesting the way it's going. You know, we seem to be moving away from single-use plastics now. So yeah, I mean, go back to what we had. You know, wrapping stuff up in cardboard boxes and paper. Why not? It worked. So yeah, gives you all the different eras there. Read these, folks. They really are worth the read. And this goes how microplastics are getting found in beaches and ocean life now. And that's the sad part when you see wildlife programs on the TV and they find an animal that's got, I don't know, a plastic straw up its odor or something like that. There's a lot of it about now. So we as a race need to be a bit more careful how we dispose of things. So yeah, it's a big dilemma. Hopefully they find a solution. I really hope they do, because we can't sustain what we're doing now. And there's a lot there, the social factor and things like that. It's certainly worth having a read, folks. If reading these magazines make you think about how you dispose of things and look after your environment, it's a win-win. So let's get these bits and pieces together and let's get this left lower leg going, folks. So let's line up all of today's parts first, and then we can see what we're going to be building. So we want EP screws at the top, so we want a couple of them. And I tend to keep the bags nearby the screws, just so that I know what they are. Let's just close that off to stop that one flying out. We then want AM, which is the one with AM in. Apologies for me throat, folks. It's just I'm getting over a bit of a bad throat infection. There you go. So we'll have a bit of that. And then last up is the EM screws. There you go. So that gives us everything we need for the assembly today. Excuse me. Right, we want to grab our leg that we had before, and we're going to be fitting another cover to it. So I just want to splay the ends of that sleeve apart slightly. Just slide the rubber down so we can see where we're going. And this part here is going over to dress this bottom section there. Okay, just like that. And then we want to put a couple of screws in here to secure that in place, folks. And they're telling us we want the EP screws, which are right down there. So we'll have one of them. And we'll put a bit of oil on him. Just helps guide it into place. Like so. And just work this together. Just like that. And then we'll do the same the other side. Just make sure that that's going in the right place, which it is. And pull that screw out of there. There you go. There you go. We got there in the end. So that's that on, and then we can now slide that back up. Just wipe the excess over there. There you go. So it's now telling us just to slide that back up in place. So if you grab your leg from your previous issues, folks, which was that entire section, and then we want this now to fit in this leg, okay? So you've got two diagonals there that go right up between the knee, and then that slots in on that little rebate, just like so, okay? Make sure you got the kneecap towards the front, and then we can start thinking about screwing this together. And it's telling us we want EM screws. So let's grab one of those. I'm going to put that in there. Like so. And we want one there, like that. There you go, it's going in nicely. And then the same on the bottom edge. Let's get the bigger screwdriver on there. There you go. Like that. And then the other screw is going to go just above where my thumb is. Like that. And that's what it's telling us. It says tighten the screws fully, which we've done. There you go. That's now your left knee in place, like so. That's a thing. Look at that. It's massive, isn't it? So that's what it's telling me there. So let's turn the page and see what else it's asking for. Right, it's now asking for the push rod for his ankle section. So let's grab that. This is basically his robo Achilles tendon, is the best way of describing that. So we just want that to go to one side for a minute. Grab our other cover, and then this screws into these two posts that are poking up just there. Okay? So line that up, let them sit in there, and it's got a little hole just cut out the back there that fits into. And then you want a pair of AM screws for that. So they're slightly smaller, so we'll use the smaller screwdriver again. There you go. And then grab the second one. I've not screwed that fully home yet. I just want to use that as a marker just to hold it in place as I tighten it down. There you go. And then we can bring in the second one. There you go. And then we can hold that in place now and tighten them fully. Just like that. Bingo. And that's that in place, folks. So it's now telling us attach the outer calf to the leg assembly post and fit to the leg and ankle sockets. So we're now going to marry these two together, folks. So we'll grab that and we'll start lining this all up. Okay, so we've got a long pick that goes through there, and then it literally should start sliding together. Just like that. You might need to squeeze it in a few places because obviously you've got a lot of rubber and stuff like that. And then we want to spin that round and seat that in place as well. There you go. And turn your leg around so that your screw holes are facing you. And you want 2 EM screws going in there, folks. 2 of them bad boys. So we'll swap to our bigger screwdriver again. Put a bit of oil on. because we are going into the die cast. And again, I shall just give it a couple of turns on the top one, just to hold it in place, and then we can go and fit the bottom one in place then. And it will stop anything from falling out from within inside the leg. Not that it will, it's pretty well pinned and posted, but we are moving the model about quite a bit now. There you go, so we can now fully home that. I want to do that where at Robocop walking noise. Fa-dum, fa-dum, fa-dum. Yeah. There you go. Look at that. Oh, what a thing of beauty. There you go. Wow. Okay, so we got the 2 EM screws, and then we want an AM screw going through each side of the ankle joint going into this post. So line the hole up so that you can see it, and then grab an AM screw. And you want to do this on both sides, folks, just to hold that in place. Bear in mind you're going into plastics, don't over tighten on that. Just do it enough so that it nips. And then you can adjust it to line everything up. Once you've got the second screw in, you can go back and forth until you get it in a position you're happy with. So I just want to back that side off 1/4 turn or half a turn. There you go. Because what I'm after is roughly equal gaps each side. There you go. And that is what you're going to end up with. A fully posable foot assembly, ankle assembly and the knee joint for his leg, and that is absolutely massive, in it. You got to admit. And already you can see all the different movements that you're going to get on this. You can turn, you can do different movements on his ankle bone. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Yeah, stunning piece of work. So yeah, it's certainly going to be tall. So we're going to end it there. Remember, folks, if you would like to build along with me, click this link just along the bottom, all the way along here. Link, and head over to the Fanhome site. Hit that subscribe button and go and subscribe and get your very, very, very own Robocop Partwork. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all, folks. So give it a bit of thought and go and take the plunge. You know you want to. So until the next episode, stay safe and well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next issue. Bye-bye for now. Look at that.